In 2017, the Yankees came just one game short of the World Series with their so-called Baby Bombers, word to Brian Hoke. Greg Bird, Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Luis Severino, Miguel Andujar, Clint Frazier, Jordan Montgomery. That group is now quickly approaching 30 years old and older, and unfortunately, only a few of them have had staying power with the Yankees. It's time to start thinking about the next batch of baby bombers. Here are 5 up-and-coming prospects that you should be very excited to see. Number 5, Oswaldo Cabrera. Oswaldo Cabrera is probably the least mentioned of the Yankees quartet of promising shortstops that includes Anthony Volpe, Oswaldo Peraza, and 2021 first-round draft pick Trey Sweeney. However, his numbers warrant some attention. In 2021, playing a combination of shortstop and second base, he batted .272 with 29 home runs, 89 RBIs, and 21 stolen bases to go along with an .863 OPS between AA and AAA. There's 2 reasons I really dig Oswaldo Cabrera. 1, he's a switch hitter. Most of the successful Yankees teams have had at least one really good switch hitter, whether it was Mickey Mantle or Bernie Williams or Jorge Posada. The other reason I like him is that he got better as he went up the ladder. He played just 9 games at AAA, and in those 30 at-bats, he had 15 hits, that's a .500 average, and 5 home runs. That's a 1.717 OPS against the toughest competition he faced all year. That is bonkers.
The luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Number 4, Luis Medina. If you've been following the Yankees for a while, you're familiar with the name Luis Medina. He's perhaps the epitome of the phrase easy gas. And I don't mean what you get after Taco Bell. I mean that when you watch him deliver the ball, it seems as if he's not exerting much effort at all. But this guy's fastball can reach 102 miles an hour at times. Pair that with a wipeout curveball. It reminds me of Dwight Gooden's curveball, and you've got a guy who misses a lot of bats. The one drawback of Luis Medina to this point has been his command. He still walks too many people, but he's been getting better at that. Between 106 1/3 innings combined at High A Hudson Valley and Double A Somerset, Medina struck out 133 hitters and walked 60 hitters. That's a bit too many walks, but batters hit just .217 against him, so he's definitely tough to square up. And his whip dropped 23 points from 1.57 in 2019 to 1.34 in 2021, so he's definitely trending in the right direction as to how many hitters he allows to reach base.
The most famous baseball player of all time, Babe Ruth.
Number 3, Oswaldo Peraza. If the Yankees opt to go with a rookie at shortstop next season, there's a solid chance that it will be Oswaldo Peraza. Peraza just turned 21 years old. He played in Single-A, Double-A, and Triple-A this season, so he rocketed through the minor leagues. Overall, he batted .297 with a .356 on-base percentage, 18 home runs, 38 ribbies, and .834 OPS. I don't want to mislead you. I've never seen him play defense, so I can't vouch for his range or his throwing arm, which are both so important at shortstop. But he only committed 10 errors in 101 games this season in the minor leagues, or about 1 error every 10 games, on fields that are often not as true as a Major League Baseball ballpark would be, or in lighting conditions that are not as good as you would find in a big league ballpark. So he's my sleeper pick for next year's opening day shortstop for the Yankees, if he has a good spring training, and if the Yankees don't sign anybody to play shortstop in the meantime. Number 2, Jason Dominguez. I can't think of a more hyped Yankees prospect in recent memory. With a nickname like the Martian, given to him because of his supposedly out-of-this-world skill set, you'd expect him to take the minors by storm. And in his first taste of professional baseball, he was pretty good. At an age in which most players are in their senior year of high school, Jason played at both Low A and High A. He also played in the Futures game. Overall, in 56 games, he batted .252 with 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. A small sample size, but he held his own against guys that were a couple of years older than him. He showcased good speed, an excellent throwing arm, and evolving defense in center field. He has the speed to outrun the ball, but apparently his routes could use some work. But again, he's only 18. He's going to be getting better for the next decade or so. Much of that hopefully in the Bronx. I think we'll see him in about a year or two.
If you don't like it, you're fired. You haven't hired me yet.
Numero uno, Anthony Volpe. Perhaps no prospect did more to improve their stock in 2021 than 20-year-old Anthony Volpe, another shortstop who just completely dominated in his first full minor league season. Between low A Tampa and high A Hudson Valley, Anthony Volpe batted .294 with a 1.027 OPS. That included 27 home runs and 86 RBIs to go along with 33 stolen bases over a full 533 at-bats in his minor league career. Essentially what you could expect for a full major league season. He's got 29 homers, he's got 97 ribbies, and he's got 39 stolen bases. This kid can swing the bat, and he's got some speed. One of my favorite things about Volpe, though, and I've said this a number of times on this channel, is that he's a normal-sized human being. He's 5'10", 180 pounds, which means he's got a smaller strike zone to cover, especially with a slightly crouched batting stance. I'm impressed by how well he drives the ball in the air to center field and to right center field, which is not easy to do. It tells me he stays through the baseball and he doesn't get pull happy. Volpe stays healthy, he's going to be a stud, period. But if I were the Yankees, I would test him out against tougher competition next season and see what he's made of. Let's see what he can do at AA or AAA and see if he can still put up those numbers. Honorable mention, Everson Pereira. He hit 20 home runs in 188 at-bats this year in high A. He's an outfielder. He's just 21 years old, another normal-sized human being, 6 foot, 191 pounds, 1.084 OPS. Very impressive. Honorable mention, Ken Waldichuk. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more attention. He's a funky lefty with a good fastball and a good breaking ball. Wouldn't surprise me if he makes a few starts next season, filling in for somebody. Honorable mention, Trey Sweeney. Sweeney is a brand spanking new first-round draft pick, but at 21 years old, he's an experienced college hitter. He's another shortstop, but he's got a great left-handed swing. Very sweet, classic left-handed swing. If I were the Yankees, I would get him fitted for a first baseman pronto. Honorable mention, Austin Wells. He's the Yankees' top catching prospect, but word around the campfire is that his arm has had some issues, and he might end up being a Miguel Andujar type. Good hitter without a real position to play. Honorable mention, Steven Ridings. He had some arm issues in the second half, but nothing serious. He was very impressive during his short stint with the Yankees this year, and I have no idea why they sent him down. If he were on the Tampa Bay Rays, he'd be on their playoff roster right now. That's how impressive he is to everyone except the Yankees. And finally, Luis Gil, the real deal. Just because he made his major league debut, I didn't want to consider him a graduate of the Baby Bombers list just yet. He's still a Baby Bomber, but he can be more consistent in the strike zone. He's got the stuff to be an impact pitcher, and I think we're going to see a lot more out of Luis Gil next season. What top 5 video do you want me to do next? Leave it in the comments, and I will see you next time.